Yo guys, what's going on? Chris Lopez here with BeastBrotherhood.com, and in this video we're going to talk about how to build muscle mass fast. Is it possible? Can you do it? Fast is a weird term, so we have to figure out what that means. Fast could mean 2 weeks, it could mean 6 months, it could mean a year. It depends on what your definition of fast is. If you want to build a ton of muscle mass in 2 weeks, sorry, it's not going to happen. But if you are consistent over a long period of time, okay, and let's say 6 months. I mean, think about it. If you train for 10 years, 6 months is a drop in the bucket, right? It's not that long of a time. So if you're training hard for 6 months, to me, that's pretty damn fast. If you dedicate your training and your nutrition and your lifestyle to building muscle mass, you can build a decent physique in 6 months, but you have to stay focused and you have to stay dialed in. First thing you have to do is figure out what program you're going to follow. Now, if your main goal is looking to build muscle mass, honestly, strength training and bodybuilding style training splits are probably your best bet. You're going to have to do isolation work. You're going to have to do your big compound movements like your deadlifts and your squats and your bench press and your overhead press. But the isolation movements are important too. Don't forget your bicep curls, your tricep extensions, shoulder isolation moves like side lateral raises, things like that. Your best bet is to follow bodybuilding split, because you have to think of it this way. Bodybuilders, their main goal is to build muscle mass, right? They're masters at it. They're pros. So you have to follow in their footsteps and at least incorporate some sort of bodybuilding style training in your training program. That's my recommendation. That's when I see the biggest increases in muscle mass is when I follow a bodybuilding split, and I love bodybuilding splits. They're my favorite. So that's what I typically do, and that's my take on it. You have to train for your goal. Okay, so doing a CrossFit style workout, you're going to build some muscle mass if that's your thing. If CrossFit's your thing, that's cool. But you're going to build a little bit of muscle mass doing it. But are you going to build impressive muscle mass? Probably not. Probably not, unless you are incorporating some sort of bodybuilding style training in your training split. So that's number one for training. Number two is your nutrition. Nutrition is super important. Now the big craze nowadays is keeping carbs low, high protein, moderate to high fat. You see this in paleo. You see this in the ketogenic diet. People are following these different diets that are high in fat. Not a bad thing. My experience is figure out a way to put carbs in your diet. Again, personal preference here, but I see the best gains in muscle mass when I figure out a way to incorporate carbohydrates in my diet. And I'm not talking like cereal, and I'm not talking like bad carbs, white bread, but your oatmeal, your rice. I even eat white rice. I like white rice better than brown rice. It makes me feel brown rice makes me feel weird, so I don't eat it too much. But white rice, potatoes are awesome. White or sweet potatoes are awesome. So figure out a way to incorporate carbohydrates. It does not have to be every day. Maybe you do it 3 days out of the week or 2 days out of the week, but you place them in days where you have higher days than others. That has helped me drastically improve muscle mass a little bit quicker. Now, not to say you can't build muscle mass on a high fat and high protein diet. That's possible too. But again, it all comes down to calories. You have to make sure your calories are elevated over your maintenance level, and that is ultimately what is going to help you build the most muscle mass in an impressive amount of time. Okay. The third thing you want to figure out is whether or not you're going to do cardio or conditioning. Muscle mass is built when you are training hard at an intense pace, when you are eating an excess amount of calories, a surplus over your maintenance level. Not a ton. You're not eating a ton of calories over your maintenance level, but you're only eating 250 to 500 over your maintenance level. Okay. Which means you do not want to expend extra calories. So you want to make sure that when you are training hard and you are recovering and you are eating the food you need to eat, that you are not expending any more calories. So you have to limit. I know this sucks, guys, and I know this, you don't want to hear this, but you have to limit your other activities. If you go for jogs, or you jump rope, or you do jujitsu, or you do you do other activities, you go hiking, all these things expend calories. So if your main goal is to build an impressive amount of muscle mass in the shortest amount of time, you got to make sure that these other activities are either kind of maintained at a minimal level or you stop them. So you have to figure out what your priorities are. Now, I'm not saying stop them completely if you love to do them, but I'm saying if your main goal, if your main priority is building an impressive amount of muscle mass, maybe don't hike as much. Maybe don't do jiu-jitsu as much. Maybe don't take your MMA class as much. Again, that's only if your priority is building muscle mass. Those are the two things I would focus most about, okay? Is your training, train hard, train heavy, bodybuilding splits, nutrition, you need to eat excess amount of calories over your maintenance level, and watch the extra activities that are going to expend extra calories and take those calories away from building your muscle mass. And that's all I got. That's how you build muscle mass fast. Remember, fast is not 2 weeks, it's 6 months, 8 months, even 12 months. To me, that's fast. Because guys that build the most impressive physiques, they're at it for years. Okay, so fast, if you dedicate your time and your energy and your lifestyle to these things, you will have an impressive muscle mass increase on your body. So if this video is helpful to you, make sure you comment, like, and share the hell out of this thing. And if you guys do that, there's a tab on the right side of the screen that's going to pop up. And I want you guys to click that. I have a free gift for you, a free muscle building gift. Check it out. It's totally free. That's my way of thanking you for sticking it through this video. I know it was a little longer than normal, but I tried to get you guys some cool information on how you can build muscle mass relatively quickly. So that's it, guys. Like, share, comment, get your free gift. Click the tab on the right side of the screen, and we'll talk to you soon. Later.